What's something people don't know about the Horn of Africa? In the shadows of Assab, secret deals and power plays are quietly redrawing the map. The port city stirs, fishing boats bob, the air thick with salt and diesel, but beneath the surface, something new is brewing. The scent of money, power, and secrets. Assab, once overlooked, is now a silent chessboard for global powers. Its crumbling colonial buildings and empty streets hide a story of immense importance. Foreign delegations arrive quietly, engineers survey the coast, and billion-dollar deals are whispered in back rooms. The fate of this city, and perhaps the region, hangs in the balance. Assab sits near the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a choke point for global trade. Oil tankers, container ships, and warships all pass through this narrow channel. For Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and China, controlling Assab is a strategic necessity. The city is now a battleground of ambition, where local life collides with global power plays. Ordinary people cast their nets, unaware that their world is being redrawn by forces far beyond their reach. Look at a map. Assab's value is obvious. It sits at the southern tip of the Red Sea, near the Bab el-Mandeb, a vital maritime choke point. Disruption here ripples through global supply chains, affecting oil, goods, and prices worldwide. For militaries, Assab is a launchpad, monitoring and controlling the strait, projecting power into Africa and the Middle East. The UAE used its base here to shape the Yemen conflict. Now, Ethiopia is demanding sea access, raising tensions. Eritrea, isolated and sanctioned, welcomes foreign deals as a lifeline. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and China all compete for influence, each with their own agenda. Assab has become a microcosm of a new global power struggle. The UAE's once bustling military base near Assab now stands eerily quiet. The jets and troops are gone, but the infrastructure remains, ready for reactivation at any moment. This ghost base is the UAE's strategic calling card. We may have stepped back, but we haven't left. Saudi Arabia's approach is subtler, promising billions in investment, modernizing Assab's port, and tying Eritrea's future to its own. For Eritrea, these offers mean economic hope. For Riyadh, they secure supply lines and counter rivals. Saudi-backed projects are shrouded in secrecy, but their intent is clear long-term leverage. This is power projection through investment, not occupation. The silent investors are binding Assab's fate to their own. The port's future is being shaped by foreign hands with little say from those who live here. The city's transformation is as much about economic control as military might. Assab is a pawn in a larger game. Its destiny, written in contracts and concrete. The world's eyes may be elsewhere, but the stakes here are enormous. As Gulf powers recalibrate, China steps in. Assab is the latest target in Beijing's Belt and Road Initiative, complementing its military base in Djibouti. For China, Assab offers a backup port and a gateway to African markets. Chinese engineers quietly survey the site, negotiating deals behind closed doors. China's pitch is commercial, build infrastructure, boost trade, but the strategic motive is clear. Control of Assab would give China a new naval foothold, unsettling Western and regional powers. For Eritrea, Chinese investment comes with fewer questions and more cash. But the risk is dependency. Many countries have found themselves indebted and beholden to Beijing. If China secures a long-term lease, Eritrea may simply trade one form of foreign control for another. The shadow of China stretches over the Horn, promising opportunity but demanding loyalty. The balance of power in the Red Sea is shifting, fast. The scramble for Assab is shrouded in secrecy. Deals between Eritrea and foreign powers are struck behind closed doors, with no public scrutiny. These are not just business contracts, they're power agreements, granting strategic access under the guise of development. Eritrea's regime, ruling without dissent or transparency, cultivates this opacity. The public hears only tales of strength and diplomacy, never the true cost. Analysts rely on satellite images and rumors to piece together what's happening. New jetties appear, unmarked planes land, but the full picture remains hidden. The real action happens off-stage, with decisions made by a handful of elites. The country's sovereignty is quietly mortgaged away. The people of Assab are left in the dark, their future decided without their consent. In this shadow play, the stakes are nothing less than control of a nation's destiny. The secret deals over Assab are destabilizing the region. Ethiopia, landlocked and restless, is demanding access to the sea, raising the risk of conflict with Eritrea. Eritrea, feeling threatened, deepens alliances with Gulf states and China, fueling Ethiopia's fears. Each move is seen as a provocation, creating a dangerous feedback loop. The militarization of Assab could push the region to the brink of war. The Red Sea, already crowded with foreign navies, grows more volatile. Shipping costs rise, and the risk of disruption to global trade increases. The scramble for Assab is part of a wider militarization of the Red Sea basin. Foreign powers jockey for position, turning the region into a geopolitical tinderbox. What happens in Assab could ignite a much larger crisis. For the people of Assab, global power games are personal. Some, like Daniel the dockworker, see hope in foreign investment, maybe jobs, maybe a future. Years of decline have left the city desperate for change. Older residents remember Assab's heyday, longing for revival. "Anything is better than this silence," says an elderly shopkeeper. But hope is mixed with fear. Many worry their city is becoming a military outpost, a target in someone else's war. "These big countries don't care about us," says a mother of three. "What happens if bombs fall here?" The people of Assab are spectators in their own story, living with uncertainty and anxiety. They hear rumors, see construction, but never know the truth. Their voices are absent from the negotiations that shape their fate. They are caught between the promise of prosperity and the threat of conflict. The human cost of this great game is real and growing. In Assab, hope and fear walk side by side. As night falls over Assab, the city glows softly against the dark sea. The peace is deceptive. Assab is now a crossroads of global ambition. The UAE's ghost base, Saudi promises, and China's shadow all tug at the city's future. Each power pulls in a different direction, threatening regional stability. Assab's story is a warning. Small nations can be overwhelmed by great power games. Secret deals and unchecked ambition can mortgage a country's future. What happens here is a microcosm of global competition for strategic territory. The world may not be watching, but it should. The ripples from Assab will be felt far beyond its shores. For now, the world holds its breath, waiting to see what happens next.